a big fan of Canadians after his trip to their friendly land. So he is honored to have the privilege of evaluating Patricia and learning something along the way. Ricardo, welcome.
Patricia, I want to begin with saying that although I'm evaluating you, I actually learned a lot from your speech. Mostly because it's been a long time since I actually saw something so powerful like that. Especially when you're talking about a moving message, like changing your attitude and perspective. I've seen lots of Tony Robbins and lots of motivational stuff. It's all the same, really. But this was rather different. And I'll begin with, because it was really relatable. You began with a lot of strong imagery, and imagery is very important when you want to grab your audience. You began with the imagery of the roller coaster. And I, like myself, that's been through my teenage years recently, I know exactly what that means. The roller coaster ride, the ups and downs, I know exactly what that means. And it really grabbed me from the beginning. And you grabbed everyone else through your audience participation. And what was even better was that you gave very clear instructions to everyone. So clear that you repeated them twice, which is nice for those who didn't hear. And that's actually something I want to use in my future speeches. The idea of engaging the audience in that way and making sure that they understand. Also, your expression was rather amazing. Your wise man story used so much expression. You were almost like a child school storyteller at that moment. You used so much movement, the way you ran, the person ran to the wise man, the way he spoke, the way he thought, the way he gave his response. So much expression and gesture to that really added and augmented the imagery to the whole picture. Now, a few things to make this even better. When you ended your first story, you ended it with the end. Now, when I heard that, I was about to clap. So I recommend perhaps not saying the end, saying something like, in this story, we can realize that attitude change, and so on and so forth. Because when you're saying the end, I even saw Gary about to clap too. In my mind, I thought the speech was over. So you don't want to confuse the audience. Okay. Body movement. You had some slight side-to-side movements. Organization. Now, it was very strongly organized. You had your 4 stories, all the same, the same thing about attitude and perspective. But you should include in the beginning that you're going to tell these stories. That way the audience knows, okay, she's going to tell a few stories about this idea of changing your perspective on attitude. You had some very strong diction, very sophisticated diction, elated, using all these highly advanced words. And your articulation was just immaculate. I did not hear ums or so's. It was just very, very smooth and it flowed very nicely. And I want to thank you very much.